I first moved out to Australia back in October of 2022, I had no idea of a few of these things that, if I knew beforehand, would have definitely helped the entire process and ease some of the nerves that I had before going. So I'm going to share them. First up is how easy it would be to meet amazing people and make friends. This was something that I remember going into and be like, I'm literally flying halfway around the world. I don't know a single person out here. I'm going completely on my own. What am I doing? Like, genuinely. And when I got there, it was so easy to meet people. And one of my biggest tips for making friends, I think anywhere when it comes to traveling, is to use social media, because it is such a great space to meet people that are doing similar things to you. Obviously, please be careful when it comes to meeting strangers off the internet. But yeah, I've met so many incredible people. Oh my God, the sun. But yeah, I definitely didn't think that making friends and meeting people would be as easy as it was. Okay, next is something that didn't directly apply to me, but I know a lot of people that have struggled with it, and it's kind of the rental crisis that in a lot of the big cities in Australia. I only lived in Sydney, but for me personally, I had a brilliant experience when it came to finding accommodation. I found things really, really easily. I was super lucky with kind of everywhere that I ended up living, but I know people that have struggled, so I think it's good to kind of go in with the mindset that it might be hard and you might be looking for a while, because that's kind of the mindset I was in. I went into a hostel for 2 weeks, did not know where I'd be living after that. I just thought, I'm going to wing it, but I am prepared with the fact that I might have to extend this hostel stay. I might have to try and crash with friends. Luckily for me, it did all work out, but I think having the mindset that you might not just get there straight away and be able to find a beautiful place to live with a great group of people, it might take a while to get there, so bear that in mind. Okay, next is the fact that before I went to Australia, I was convinced I was doing a year. Well, not even a full year. I think I did 10 months in my first working holiday visa. And I was like, yeah, I just want to do the year, go out, experience, living abroad, working, enjoying just a different lifestyle. I cannot think of a time where I do not want to be living in Australia, genuinely. I mean, I met my boyfriend not even a week after arriving. I've met so many amazing friends. I loved my job. I'm like, I just want to be there all the time. So I'm going back in September. But yeah, I think a big thing I should have told myself is to prepare that it might not just be a year, and that's okay. It might be 3 years or 5 years, however long it is. But yeah, if you are just going for a year, amazing. But maybe keep an open mind. That could change when you get there, because I love Australia so much. Okay, and lastly is the fact that you might not save up as much as you kind of think you will to start with. I went out to Australia, I was working full-time, I was on an incredible wage. I didn't save anything, just because when you first get out there, I think everything is so exciting. There's so much going on, so many things at the weekend, festivals. I went just a few months before Christmas and New Year. So it was an expensive time of year, and obviously Sydney is an expensive city anyway. But in my first 10 months, I want to say, I didn't save as much as I kind of thought I would based on how much I was earning. But that's just because everything's so exciting. So maybe kind of prepare yourself that the first few months, definitely, you will spend a lot of money. If you've lived out in Australia in the past or are living out there now, what are some of your things that you kind of wish you knew before? Because those are just a few of mine.